Hello everyone and welcome to the 16th episode of Kotie's Kingdom. It is already episode 16. What is going on? Today we're starting over in the cave. If you guys don't know this place because you're a new viewer, this is our starter base. This is the cave where I still do some work every time. I love to come back every now and then and just sort of check it out. And I quickly wanted to sort of talk about what I've done in between episodes. So I've managed to collect a lot more shulker shells and a lot of loot, as you can see. I got a lot of elytras now as well. But what I wanted to start off today's episode with is to go down to the suggestion book and sort that out. Because I honestly haven't been updating it for a while. I've been keeping up with all the comments, writing them down and so on. I just haven't put them in this book. So I do read the comments, I do write down every suggestion, and we're still going to work on this. So build a mob farm we've already done, and I will leave the make an iron farm there because it is something that sounds really cool to do, as well as the underground bamboo forest. The study hall has been done, as well as the furnace place. So as you can see, we only have 2 suggestions here, and I know for a fact that more of you guys have commented about this. So I've gone ahead and updated it a bit. We got a lot more pages to look at. This is not everything, but this is what I have decided to put in the book so far. If I did miss your comment, then make sure to let me know down in the description or send me a tweet or something, and then I will add it. But yeah, so we got the first 2. Then XP Liquor said Villager Breeder. I'm just going to go through the suggestions actually. We got Villager Breeder, Auto Wool Farm basically, Horse Pen, House for Foxes, a camping area. Then these are like the kingdom ones. So we got a watchtower, transportation system, arena of some sort, and a pumpkin farm for Noseberg, as well as the lore place, which is about incorporating real history into the kingdom lore, a noble wizard story, and a museum in the kingdom, which would include a lot of lore. And I really like all the ideas that we've got here. And I think the first page, we're going to have to do some of these soon, such as Villager Breeder or even Iron Farm, because I do want to trade a lot more with villagers, but there's not many of them. I do every now and then just go up to them, do a little bit of trading, grab the XP from it. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. And as you can see, we get a decent amount of stuff from it, but at the same time, it is actually not too much. We got about another 24 emeralds there, and I would love to have so many more villagers so we can just keep farming emeralds and so on, because that would be really nice. But let's go ahead and add that to our collection and talk about what we are going to do in today's episode. I'm at the point now where all of my tools are basically breaking, bar this one and this one, and obviously the sword is like the only thing I've got left. I made a little shulker box here full of all of my stuff, and it's going to be really sad. Look at this. The bow is almost dead. We've got shovels breaking. The Silk Touch pickaxe is almost dead, and the Fortune, and it's so annoying not having Silk Touch, because that means I can't actually like mine the glass that we went ahead and got. And it's just a big game changer not being able to break glass actually, because you can't really mess up with it, and I do that all the time. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to head in the end and build a really simple but really effective farm, and it's going to require a few items that I don't have on me right now. One of them is just some slabs, which we can easily get, and then the other one is a name tag. We need a name tag for the endermite that we're going to do, because in 1.13 really tiny farms were basically introduced, and we're going to build one of those. So what should we name the endermite? I'm thinking honestly guys, I'm going to name it rat, because I absolutely hate endermite. They are terrible. They are just like, they just appear out of nowhere whenever you use an ender pearl, and you don't want them to be there, but they just sort of appear anyway, and just, it's annoying. But we're going to need one, and we're going to head into the nether here. I've gone ahead and installed a resource pack with lower portal sounds, so now I can go in to the nether without deafening everyone, which is absolutely awesome. And the nether, or the end is sort of just right over here. It's super close, and as you can see, that is pretty much it. The farm we're going to be building is sort of a combination between a lot of farms. This one is actually designed by Nembalm, so if you guys want to go ahead and use that, then the link will be down in the description. I'm actually going to go ahead and steal the water from the fountain, because I do need a water and a lava bucket, and luckily there's already lava right next to us. But yeah, we're going to need that in order to actually go really far down in the nether, or in the end. And I think we're just going to use this sort of main place here. We're going to have to go 150 blocks out. And the way you kind of do that is wherever you want a block, you place the lava next to. And that should just go down really, really far. We're going to wait for that to spread all the way down. So because lava spreads the way it does, I have to wait for it to sort of this pin out. And then I'm going to place it here so it floats over there. And then the water should go there. I'm not really sure. Actually, let's go ahead and give it a shot. We're going to place the lava here. We're going to make it flow down. I'm going to quickly get rid of it again. And then just place the water here. And that should create a lot of cobblestone leading all the way down. Because we need to go down to layer 0, basically. The farm must be built really, really low down. And that's basically because in Minecraft, let's see if we can find it. In Minecraft 1.13 and so, or the sort of rule, the way it works, used to work, is that for every blue square, as you can see, I think it used to sort of like check an area to see if it could spawn there, then go down, 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 so on, and or up, sorry. But the way it's kind of been removed now, the way how it used to check every single sub chunk. So now if you build it all the way down at the bottom, that's where mobs will spawn first, which means if you build it all the way down here, the farm will be super efficient and super fast, which is exactly what we're looking for. Nembomb does an amazing job at explaining all this, but it is not actually too complicated once you really get into it. But we're gonna see how far this goes down, because obviously we do want to get to the very lowest layer. If we just mine straight down here, we are now on layer 1, and what we're gonna do is actually just place a leaf block here, and then go about 150 blocks out, and this is number 1. So now that we're about 150 blocks out, we need to build 5 out in each direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm gonna add 3 more blocks here, and then all of this just sort of needs to be filled in. I didn't really bring a block for this, and in order to stop enderman from spawning, I'm just gonna go ahead and place a torch down. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we're gonna fill this in. And this is sort of going to be where the endermen are spawning, which should be it, to be honest. Then we need to add another 5 blocks out from every single sort of edge here with leaves. And once again, if you are wondering why we're using leaves for this, I would suggest watching the tutorial, as it is a really sort of long, complicated explanation. I personally can't really remember much of it. I know that the way it's going to work is that they spawn here, and then pack spawning happens, and that in the game is when a monster will spawn with other mobs around it, and they're sort of going to spawn here because they're not taking up these spaces, and they'll spawn on the leaves instead, regardless of them not usually being able to. And then what will happen is you will get a lot more endermen faster. Obviously, that is a very, very lame explanation to it, but it just, like, the way it just works is that we know the fact that we have exactly enough spawn spaces and all that in order to get the endermen to spawn, which is awesome. So as you can see, I'm just filling in this area with leaves. I think one day, guys, we're going to have to come back to the end and completely decorate this entire area and get rid of stuff like that. It would require me to kill the dragon just a few times, because I do, well, a lot of times, because I do want every single gateway to spawn, so we can sort of decorate it based off of that. It's something I've never really done before, and I feel like it could be absolutely awesome. Believe it or not, when I say that we are more than halfway done with the farm now. So one thing I do need is some fences, and I don't really have any. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and make some. And then I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just going to stop them from sort of running out of the world, because enderman pathfinding is really dumb. So if they were to walk here, they would just sort of try and walk this way and skip through, and then they'll fall down here. And that's sort of why we have the fence there. Now, obviously, if endermen were walking here, they would end up just, like, blocking each other, pushing each other off. So we're going to have to extend this a bit by 2 blocks on either side, and we're going to go 18 blocks this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18. And that should make this a lot easier, since we have all of the spawning spaces now. I'm hoping that I have enough leaves. I ran out, which means I'm going to have to go back and collect some more. So I will actually be right back. I for sure thought we had enough. That actually does suck. Now at the very end here, guys, we're going to go ahead and extend this out by 3 blocks and sort of make this little staircase. And this is sort of where the mobs are going to be running over to. So imagine they run this way and then they stop here, which means that this is going to be where we are killing them. So the next part is sort of the tricky part. So what you want to do is on the 4th block up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, you want to place a slab with 2 carpets on. Build up one in the background and make a little platform for it to go to. This is sort of the really complicated part because it is covered so quickly in the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here, and I need my ender chest now, which for some weird reason I have left somewhere. Of course, I forgot I don't have Still Touch when I broke it. That is just so great. The next part is sort of the really annoying part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and expand this entire platform. It doesn't really matter how big it is as long as you are surviving. And this is where we need the endermite, name tag, and a block ready. And make sure you have your food as well as your rockets on you, just in case you do get to the point where you are dying. But you just basically want to keep spamming this sort of the ender pearl until you get an endermite. This can take a very long time. You can be really unlucky and not get anything. And it looks like I forgot to put a torch down there since the endermen are spawning, which is fine. That means that if I don't have enough, I can actually manage to do this. Okay, I got the endermite. He is killing me a bit, so I have named him. We're going to go ahead and... Please don't walk off. We need to get him inside of that minecart there, because otherwise this will not end too well. Let us see. Can I get him like this way-ish? I can, but I don't really want to. So the problem is that mobs can't spawn or walk on rails, which means I sort of need to like push him to the side here and have him walk into it. For some reason, he does not want to go in here. And he fell off and died, which is awesome. This has actually took so long that we're at the point where I just built the rest of the farm. So I finally got this guy. We need to get him on a rail or something. And then just push him ever so slightly. Please don't... Oh, I don't know if he went too far. I think maybe. So we're going to have to just sort of block him back here. And we'll go ahead and fix it in a second. Most importantly, I need a torch here. So yeah, we'll go ahead and see if we can fix him. So he needs to be pushed back a little bit, I'd say. Because we don't want endermen sort of killing him or anything. Please. Just sort of move to where I want you to be. Oh, so you're really meant to get him before you build the rest, but I was so impatient. It's because this has took so long. I've had to go back and get more food and so on. I'm hoping this is fine. I doubt it is. So let's see. Can we do that for now? You can see how many leaves there are here. This is sort of how much I'm trying to do this. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this if it works. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just get rid of these blocks here. These are just sort of there to make sure I don't fall down and die. And I'm going to go ahead and see. I don't have a shit anymore. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and see if this works by just getting rid of these blocks. And then we need to go get rid of the torches for the spawn pads. The main thing is that they don't kill him. Because if they do, we're kind of going to have to restart the whole process. Even get more name tags and such. Yeah, so let's see. If I go ahead and get rid of these... Oh god, this looks terrible. I'm so scared to try this out. If I go ahead and get rid of these torches, the endermen should start spawning the second we get 16 blocks away, which we should be... Yep. Oh, they're getting mad at it. Please tell me they're not killing it. They are not. This is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the noise that these guys they make, because that is very important. As you can see, they cannot hit the guy and they're all super mad at him. And they just end up dying if we don't kill him for a while because of entity cramming. And there was an enderman that just TP'd somewhere. I have no idea where to. They shouldn't be able to TP, but it looks like it is all working. So all you need to do now is come in here, hold down shift, and then just start swinging. So yeah, that is pretty much it. We just already have an insane XP farm here. And as you can see, it is dropping so many ender pearls. It's actually insane. These noises are a little loud, so I do apologize for that. But what we can do now is go ahead and take all the tools that we want to repair. Just place them in our offhand. Keep killing these guys. And my god, this is insane. This should give you so much XP. You can see it is just flying around me. If I move a bit, you can see how much XP there is. And our shovel is pretty much fully repaired. Did I bring this one? I did. Awesome. So I can now take, for instance, the Silk Touch pickaxe that I've been complaining about not having. And I can just sort of let it repair. There you go, after the shovel, of course. This is also a great way for us to get to level 30. As you can see, the pickaxe is repairing away. And there's something about this update that just makes repairing so slow. Like, I don't know if it's because I don't really have mending. Everything's repaired, so that shouldn't really cause it. But ever since like 1.12, repairing your tools have just been insanely slow. I later just realized that it's because I had armor on. If you are wearing anything, then repairing tools and such is just extremely slow. Yep, a big derp. Overall, this end farm is working pretty well. As you can see, we're up to 104 levels and everything has been repaired now. Everything that can be, that is. I've also gone ahead and changed the looting system. So before we had all the hoppers point into a chest, I've now changed it to this dispenser down here, which I can turn on. And then it'll just fire out all the ender pearls. And that's just sort of to try and stop lag a bit from, or for whenever I get too many ender pearls. As you can see, it's sort of emptying the hoppers now. Whilst as before, there were just ender pearls everywhere. And I could stand here for like not even a minute when hitting the enderman. And then it would just start lagging too much. But I think that mainly has to do with XP drops in the game. But yeah, overall, the farm doesn't really look too great. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to work on a little area where we can also set up an enchantment table, as well as maybe some storage for some books. Of course, the anvils are not going to be right there, as well as the ender chest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work a bit on this, and then I will be back once the place is looking a little better. So I've gone ahead and worked on the place a little bit. It is sort of just the beginning of it, as you can see. But this is sort of the path that I want to do leading up to it. And I have to count 32 blocks away from here and keep doing this roof design there so that the enderman can't teleport, because right now they can easily just teleport over to the glass, but they just get stuck now. The endermite, by the way, it's number 5, I think. It's like I had to go buy more name tags, I guess we can just call blocks, from the villagers, because they just kept figuring out how to kill this little guy. And I've now just fortified him in more carpet, moved him up once, and so on. And hopefully he's good now. I don't know why or how they're getting up here. I think there's a bug that's been here since 1.13.2 or something, where they can teleport onto carpet. So we might change into leaves or something. But yeah, we are definitely not done with this project. It is something that I want to work on a lot more in the future. Sort of make something really, really big out of it. But for now, whenever we come in, there's a few dragon heads, because why not? And then you come into this sort of storage area where I'm going to be storing a lot of enchanted books. I mean, this is just going to be the main area because I don't really want it to be in the cave or anything like that. We might move some stuff over to the kingdom once that is done, but for now, this is sort of a really nice place to do it, so I can do all my enchanting and so on. The enchantment table I kind of struggle with a bit because I wish I built this farm on Y layer 2. It would have been a little less efficient, but I would have been able to have the enchantment table in the floor. Because the problem right now is I can place it in the floor, but then once the bookshelf go around it, we would have sort of like a hole leading around it. I guess you could always just put carpet on top or something. I don't know. But yeah, instead I've just got it right here with an end rod just holding it up. We might figure out something else at some point because I really don't like the fact that it's sort of just in center. So yeah, it works, but it's sort of like a temporary thing. Now, I need to change this into daylight sensors so that the enderman can't actually hit you. But right now, I just have to hit them and it gets me a lot of XP. And of course, we can still turn on this thing and it'll start pooping out the ender pearls. Not fast enough, though, if you just keep using this farm. But yeah, it is overall a really, really nice farm. I'm just loving the fact that we have a way of getting XP now. And as you can see, guys, I did in fact die. I think I've died a few times now. I even fell down in the void, and I wish I recorded it. I started taking damage, and I just spammed rockets to fly out, because I had all of this on me. And I ended up on half a heart, and survived it. But yeah, this is definitely something I want to keep working on. Maybe in a few episodes, sort of make it a new big project that we can come back to every now and then. Because let's face it, this does not look good, does it? So yeah, that's something we're gonna work on. But I think that is overall what I wanted to do in today's episode. We got a really, really good farm going on. I can actually repair my things now, which is amazing. And let's just wait for it. There you go. I needed my pickaxe repaired. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for this episode. If you did enjoy it, then make sure to leave a like. And if you really, really liked it, then make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next episode if you haven't already. Besides that, I think that is all as I said. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care, and goodbye.